Episode 2 of Homies at the Round Table. I've got Thomas
Ewan.
next to me,
Ewan's on the floor.
George, and Ewan's on the floor.
Hello!
You forgot me for the second episode in a row.
I don't think it was. I think it was.
What is that,
intentional.
Ewan?
It's obviously intentional.
I don't.
Why
It's,
not?
it's meant to be him anyway.
It is meant to be
This
him.
podcast is better with 4 people.
Should have played that in the loop.
It's in there.
Oh, nice.
People will hear it.
All right, let's start off with a fun fact from Thomas.
All right,
Come on, Thomas.
I've got a nice little Australian fun fact for you.
Thomas doesn't have a cock.
There are 3 times as many sheep living in Australia than people.
Very interesting.
What
Also-
about New Zealand?
I wouldn't say that's fun. I'd say that's more.
The national animal of Scotland is a unicorn.
There we
Really?
go. That's more like it.
Really?
Is that a
more
real
fun.
fact?
That is a real fact.
When was? Oh, okay.
They believe in like the majestic and the loyalty that a unicorn represents.
I mean, ours is a fucking emu
And a kangaroo.
and a kangaroo.
Please.
Love how they're
dragons
holding the coat of arms. Presenting it.
All right. Speaking of animals,
did
what are you guys? What are your thoughts on hunting? And like, are you ever interested in doing it, or you ever
I
cross
think-
your mind?
Oh,
If you do it
You
conservatively and that there's enough animals that like you don't hunt them to extinction, it's fine.
you boys have heard about my grandfather who shot the rabbit and
Yes,
just
we
left it
have.
suffering. Oh.
Yes.
I wouldn't call that hunting though.
That's more like borderline torture.
That's more the cunt doesn't like rabbits, so let's kill them.
He pulled the funniest thing. He pulled up. We're driving just in the backcountry. There's like in Queenstown area, and there's just fucking hills and shit everywhere. We pull up. We go into a back road. We pull up, and he's always got a gun just sitting by the handbrake, just randomly. I don't know for what reason, but he's just got a gun sitting by the handbrake. He stops the car, winds down the window, pulls the gun out, fires, and you look in the distance, and there's just a rabbit just struggling for life, and he's like, can't get it, and just drives off, leaves it struggling.
He's probably still crawling right now.
Oh, that poor rabbit.
Help.
Then he's wounded, walking through. He's like, fuck.
He's not even going to put it
So these
down,
rabbits he
shelf it
shoots,
out.
does he usually just shoot them and just drive away, or does he get them for food?
I don't know.
It's just like a hit and
Where's
run.
that time?
No,
Pretty sure
I
it's
don't
own
think
It's a
time.
drive-by of rabbits.
Pretty good aim if you can hit a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually impressive.
Well, he is like what?
What if it's like mid
He's
jump?
like
and
late
you got it?
50s.
That'd be legendary.
He is in his late 50s, so he's like, I don't know, like 30 to 40 years experience with that shit. So,
that was so majestic.
What about the rest of you guys?
Hunting.
Hunting, yay or nay? Have you ever thought about it?
I would like to try hunting. I don't think I could do it as a standard hobby. If I do it all the time, I'd feel sorry for the animals.
But here's the thing. Isn't it more ethical than just eating a cow that's been tortured its whole life?
No, because I have to see the cow get tortured. I don't have to do it myself.
Yeah, no one cares about the cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think about that's just a completely wrong way to think about it.
No,
Yeah.
that's my way of thinking
No,
about it.
I'm not even going to deny it.
Yeah, so
I know it happens, but I eat it.
if you go hunting and then say you kill a, I don't know, deer or
Yeah.
kangaroo or something, you have meat for what? How much meat would that give you? A few months? Wouldn't that be more ethical than just buying meat from Woolworths from cows that have been brought up on
No,
fucking
because Woolworths is down
antibiotics?
the road, and where to hunt is across
would
the
be.
fucking country.
But like where you live now, you're going to kill a cow and keep it in your backyard.
Huh?
If you kill a cow right now.
No, not kill a cow, like kill a deer or something.
Bessie.
And like, yeah,
Bessie's out
I don't know,
back.
you have to, yeah, you'll have to like get a freezer or something to keep everything.
Keeping it in your backyard.
No, you kill a cow like out fucking outback or wherever it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a
Roam
lot
in the
of.
desert.
Yeah.
And how can you keep it in your backyard?
Because
though?
you bring it to the backyard.
All right, logistics aside, what would be more ethical?
It's a good question, but okay. So I would argue that you can fuck that up. You can make an argument for either, or because at the moment there is more supply than there is demand because animals are getting killed outright because people need to eat, right? So all the companies that are making meat, like all the farmers who are farming the animals, and then all the companies like Woolworths, Coles, the supermarkets, they're having this demand for it, but there's a shit ton of supply, but then there's a lot of demand because the world's population's fucked. There's 7 billion people. And so animals are getting killed everywhere because there's so many people that all the food companies around the world need to create this demand for it. So there's that many more animals getting slaughtered. So ethically, it'd be more ethical to kill as you need because you only need so much. But because there's world population and globalization, it's all over the world. You can go all over the world. Everyone knows where you are all the time. That it just creates this crap ton of need for everyone.
Yeah, and it's all become like a business now.
Yeah.
You need food for everyone. No one has time to go get their own.
And
So everyone's competing with each other, all the supermarkets. Get the most amount of food, and I'm guessing there's a lot of food that gets wasted. Because I used to work at Woolworths, and there's a lot of veggies and stuff that just go to waste every week.
yeah, and the companies need to make money from it as well. That's the main thing. They need to make money from it. So they'll go to the most inhumane, cheapest option available because they make money from it.
And I agree with you. Like you're killing him. You're killing him for like.
So unnatural.
It is on it. No, but like you're killing him for what you need, right? That's like the most ethical way. But like not many people have that skill to do that. Like I wouldn't know how to do that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And it's just easier to go to Woolworths and just buy it.
That's the thing. That's the thing about this day and age is nobody knows how to skin an animal, like fend for themselves. Like, if you ask me to go out in the wild and kill an animal, I wouldn't know the first fucking thing about killing an animal.
None of us would.
Nah.
Shove them with the pointy end.
Hey, mate.
I mean, it sounds pretty easy when you say it like that.
Yeah,
easy.
Track the animal, find the animal. They're slippery bastards, those
Do
animals.
you know what's even worse is skinning the animal in front of the kids.
I wouldn't imagine you'd be taking your kids.
I wouldn't advise having kids around you when you're doing that.
No, the animal's kids.
Oh.
Nobody understood
Whoa,
it like
whoa,
that.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's just mean.
Like, you kill a kangaroo and the joey's out back.
So
and I'm like,
do you look
No,
at Joey in
the
the
Joey's
eyes?
in the pouch.
Just cutting the
Oh,
kangaroo.
he's looking up at his mummy dying.
Oh, what nice snakes my mummy makes.
What?
Why is she red?
Oh, this
Why
is,
is your fur red?
this took a very dark turn. Really quick.
oh, yes. Yeah, so it's a serious matter.
Oh, very serious.
I was going to double down on what George said that Woolworths or supermarkets in general waste a lot of food. Because
Everyone wastes food.
Yeah.
I work
Individuals
next
do as
to
well.
a supermarket, and the amount of shit they throw in their skip bins outside the loading dock, it's entire fucking truckloads full of wasted vegetables.
But they don't give it to anyone either, do they?
No.
They
They
do.
just throw it
At
out.
worst, they had this program with, I forgot what they were called, Harvest Australia, Green Harvest Australia or something. They'd come in and take Harvest Oz, that one. They had these yellow trucks that used to come in and take some of the veggies, but a lot of them would also go to waste and just stink up the bins at the back.
The smell's terrible.
Yeah.
It gets into our loading dock and goes up to our shop floor.
Yeah, because it starts like composting in the bin, and there's no oxygen in there, and it just stinks.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
refuse to work downstairs sometimes because of it.
Yeah, that's fuck. Like, I don't know how stupid is it. I remember, like, I think it was like a couple of years ago where they weren't doing that. They were just throwing it out, and you couldn't get anything from their bins.
Yeah,
That's
it's just
stupid as
so
fuck.
yeah.
They could
no
feed the
common sense in
homeless
it.
with it. Could easily feed the homeless with it.
Do you
And it's
reckon-
not bad food either.
Do you reckon dumpster diving's illegal?
Not illegal.
I think I've seen people. do it.
People dumpster dive in Kmart's
Yeah,
bins
but
all the time.
Isn't it classified as illegal?
I'm not sure.
You have dumpster dive. Oh, like, do you throw shit? Oh, I guess you would, yeah.
Yeah, we throw like if a
Apart,
kettle.
isn't it like food? Sorry, like food and shit. You throw like other products out, or
We
just
throw everything.
so weird.
People, all the Asians dumpster dive through the bins.
What do you mean? Everything.
So like every like
I see
We,
them
we
going for
sell
the plastic
chocolates, we sell
bottles.
beef jerky, we sell all those things.
So everything that goes out.
Doesn't that?
Yeah, it gets thrown out.
How long
I
does that
threw out
usually
a whole-
take to get out of date though? Doesn't that usually?
I threw a whole
Yeah.
no, I threw a whole bunch of Cheetos out a couple days ago. Yeah, it was like a whole box full of
As if
Cheetos.
you weren't tempted just to eat some stale Cheetos.
They were
just
about
'cause
a
you
week
could.
old. They were a week old and they were still
I know,
on the
but
shelf
just
for the last 5
because
days.
you could.
hey, they never get sale.
This
They
is
just get a little worse.
Yeah, that's a good
Cheetos are so
You know the
dangerous though.
conductor? Do you guys
Yeah,
take
could
out
you
the
start
metal
with like
bars and
one?
jump in?
Oh, that's a
Just
packet.
halfway through the
Oh,
bag.
yeah, it's
The worst thing.
That's fine.
Yeah, nah. I never take a
Dangerous
bag
if
to
the
my
back
room.
goes. If you
Else I'm
fall
gonna
into
finish it.
Put the emergency stop on.
Oh yeah, that's what we used to do. But still, if you jump on it and it, like, because it can kick back into place easily.
He can. It will kill you 100%.
Yeah.
You're dead immediately.
What do you want?
Compactor.
Oh, the compactor. So
Cardboard compactors.
yeah.
Are they the plastic? Oh,
The big
Put
machines
plastic
you
in?
throw the cardboard in,
Ah,
and
okay.
it crunches
Yeah,
it
yeah,
up and pushes it to the skip.
yeah. Try getting there.
We can
Yeah,
take
why didn't
the...
we?
No, we can
Yeah.
unscrew the metal bars,
Yeah.
and you just slide down the ramp.
You slide down the ramp, then jump onto the onto the cardboard, so you press the emergency stop and it stops. But it's very easy to hit it back on. If someone
Yeah.
just touches the go button, it'll fucking go.
It's not very safe of
The-
a safety button.
Oh no!
First.
You do it when the managers say do it, but then if they catch you doing it, they get you in trouble.
Yeah, they're very
They're-
critical.
Ah.
Yeah. So you got to
So
do
it's
it
like
when
they're
not
the
watching.
safe. They're the first step of safety, really.
Yeah, but then they tell you to do it. So they're fucking retarded.
The emergency stop is just turn it a little bit to the right and it's off.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it.
That's how the Woolworths one
And then
was.
you just jump on it.
Has anybody actually jumped on it?
I've been inside
I've jumped on it.
Yeah, I've been inside at least 15 times.
That was my
Why
job.
would you do that for
I used to, because
Kmart?
I was a skinny ass bitch,
my
so
job.
that was my job. Every time it got jammed, you want to go jump on the compactor. Okay.
Just I can just imagine like you on sliding down.
Oh, it's
I'm
not
gonna
a
die.
slide. It's like 5. No, it's like 2 meters long.
Yeah, it's not.
And then you just jump on. You just jump on it, and then then your foot always goes through it, and you just gotta bring your foot back, bring it to the side, and then jump up.
Did you ever ask for extra pay after your shifts?
Do you reckon
You made-
Kmart would give me extra pay?
Like, go home and be happy with your job.
That's what they said every time. Oh, no, I scarred my eye from working at Kmart because I was putting in fixtures for the price tags, and one of them fucking bumped up because there's like folders, plastic folders, and so I was
Yeah.
putting them in the fixtures, the pay for the product, and I was putting it in, and I got distracted by a customer, and bounced up and fucking hit me in the eye, and I have a massive scar on my
Customer's
eye
fault.
now.
Customer's
Still
fault.
there?
Fuck customers.
No.
All of every customer. Fuck them
It's
all.
not visible.
Stay
but if
out
you
of the store.
If you
First
take
was number one Kmart
X-
worker.
if you take an X-ray of my eyes, there's a massive scar.
Oh, is it on your eyeball?
Yeah, it's on my eyeball. It's on my eyeball.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
That's not good.
and I tried to get compensation from Kmart, and they wanted to take me to court. So I was like, fuck that shit.
How about your Woolworths days, George?
Oh, reminiscing
They
of the good old
they were
times.
pretty nice actually.
Oh,
I
nice.
never didn't like anyone.
I mean, Woolworths does look like a nice place.
yeah, everyone was really nice. I don't know. All my bosses used to be nice, and then I didn't really do much. All I did was stack shelves.
Did Nicholas get fired from Kmart? This is just off topic.
Woolworths.
Did he get cut?
No, I think he
fired
still
from
works there.
Woolworths?
No, he still works there. They had a new manager that came in that cut a lot of shifts, and then he left, and then everyone got their shifts back.
Someone who at Harrison's, he said he got fired.
Nah,
Oh,
his
no?
shifts just got cut for a bit.
Yeah, right.
My mum used to complain during that manager's time because there was nothing on the shelves. I think that's why he got sacked.
Imagine me complaining.
Nothing
to
to
the manager.
show.
Oh wait, no, she didn't complain. She complained. to
How
me.
could there be
No.
nothing on the shelves when you're a Woolworths manager and your job is
Yeah.
to put things on the shelf?
Apparently the shelves were always empty.
How the?
Yeah.
Speaking of empty shelves, how about this food hoarding?
Oh, it's not happening anymore. Though.
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah, how
Toilet
fucking
paper.
nice.
I've been having to deal with one-ply shit. What the fuck is
Yeah,
one-ply
the
toilet
toilet
paper?
paper's still at a slight loss.
Yeah, you know, so
Oh
when-
no! I got 3-ply recently. It's good.
I've had 3-ply this whole time.
Aren't they back on the
Yeah.
shelves? now?
Matthew works at Coles. He just brings it out the back.
Yeah.
It's like going for
Yeah,
from a shitty house to a
They're
very
good on the
rich
shelves
house.
now. No. See
One
what
ply
my
to
mum
3-ply.
does? We had 3-ply the whole time, but she's got her. So you know how we have two toilets. We normally use the downstairs toilet, and she uses the upstairs toilet. She's ordered all the fucking 3-ply up the stairs, and what we've had to do with the 1-ply.
You
Fucking
men get the
bullshit.
one ply.
Fucking bullshit. My finger has gone through the toilet paper every single time I use the fucking 1-ply toilet paper. So I'm giving myself a fucking rim job. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving myself a fucking rim job.
How fucking like thin is it? just like,
Oh, it's fucking
It
ridiculous.
should not be legal to sell that sort of toilet paper.
I fucking wipe
should
my
not make
ass,
them.
my finger goes up, give myself a rim job, and then I come up with shit in my finger.
Yeah,
What
you,
am I gonna do with the shit in
you
my
got to give
finger?
it multiple folds.
There's probably
That
shit under.
always needs to be one play.
It's probably shit
yeah.
under your fingernail now.
You want a lick?
No.
Oh, well.
do you ever like chew under your fingernail and say, ooh, a treat?
Take on.
Corn.
That's why I don't chew on my fingernails.
A
Oh.
little bit of leftover.
Yeah, one ply's the worst. I'm pretty sure we got one ply at the moment. It's fucking
You don't
disgusting.
brag about
They
that.
do it
right, guy?
everywhere public, though.
I wasn't bragging,
Yeah.
just state
Sound
my
like it.
problems.
Feel like a Rob boy.
Sydney Uni is one ply. And it sucks.
UTS is one play as well, I'm pretty sure.
No, fancy
Just
uni boys.
sucks.
Yeah.
I had a mate at uni that when all the toilet paper was like fucking everyone was buying up toilet paper. My mate at uni went into the toilets and took a toilet roll from
That's
there.
so smart. That is so smart. I wanted to do that, but they closed down the fucking our campus so quickly.
Oh.
Like, before the toilet paper, like, just before the toilet paper shortage, they closed it down.
Yeah, UTS is still open through all this to this day. You can still go into
They
the
didn't
buildings.
shut.
They didn't. No,
Well,
they shut classes, but you can still go into the building.
Technically, you
Oh.
can still do that at Sydney Uni,
No.
but no one's fucking
Yeah.
doing it.
JMC is still open, technically. They can go into the studios and stuff, just no classes.
Can you hire out the
I don't
studios?
understand. I don't know. I haven't actually checked
Well, man,
into
why
it.
do you need to hire it when you can just go and no one's there?
No,
No, true.
it's, like, hardly anyone that goes in. You can pretty much have the studio all day, but yeah.
That'd be nice.
Could live there.
But that's the
If
thing.
you don't like your bed.
Yeah.
Sydney
You
Uni,
got it, man.
you only get a classroom. Like, you don't get a place where you can practice. Well, you don't have anyone to practice on, but you don't get a place to practice, like, hands-on stuff. Like, my fucking degree's in health, and you don't get a place to practice health interventions. It's fucking shit.
Yeah, I think unis need a big makeover.
Or you can
the whole
just not
system.
go to uni.
Okay, Mr.
Well,
Bond.
I want a job that requires a degree, so I'll have to go to uni.
My job requires a degree.
I want to help people.
Came
And
up.
the only way to help people
Yeah.
is to actually
Yeah.
make it have a
I'll
degree.
do paperwork, George.
There are some things you need a degree in that uni's justifiable for, but there's just some things that it's just not.
Yeah.
What are you putting your arm up for?
Came on. Fight the power. Do it for one, do it for all.
All these arts degrees are just like, why? Why bother? What do you get a job in if you do art?
See,
Come
art-
on.
Well, art
See,
degrees don't
our
count for
degrees
anything.
make sense because I'm in health, you're in construction, which makes sense.
Huh?
Like, your engineering, your degree is engineering where you're
Oh, right,
building
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
My degree's in health, but all these other, like,
Yeah,
business doesn't make sense to have a degree because
yeah,
half the
business is
time
borderline.
the way you learn to have the business is through experience.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need a degree for that. You learn it by working in business.
Yeah, business, I think you need to know the basics, but that's about it. It shouldn't be a 3-year degree.
And-
Engineering shouldn't be a 4-year degree either.
But I think uni is a
So
good
what-
place to start. Because if you want to get into business, but like you don't know how to open a business, might as well just do something. And
But I
like,
don't think
that
most-
something is uni.
But half the business owners, like the small business owners, don't have a degree.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you can choose either way. There's no like one way to do
And
it.
but half the people that go to uni in a degree of business work for a business that's already
Yeah.
made.
It's not
So
necessarily
they
starting
don't need
a business.
they don't need a uni degree
No, they
to
don't,
do
but,
that
like-
because half the I'm not talking out of experience, but it seems like the business you can learn that shit at fucking high school.
Mm.
How to work in a business degree.
No,
You
but
don't need to go to uni.
I guess that's like a lot of degrees. Like, I think uni is like a way, it's more structured way of learning, instead of like, because you can learn pretty much, well, most things I would say, through just personal learning.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be right, but you can learn all that shit through. Like, you can. I'm doing audio at the moment, but you can learn audio through the internet. It's just not structured. Whereas if you go to uni, it's structured and like you get a course that like outlines the steps, rather than learning it in a sort of, I don't know, uncohesive way.
and it kind of makes you feel like you're doing something. And it's always nice to feel like you're making progress.
Hey, you get a piece of paper at the
Yeah.
end.
Uni for a
Says
lot of
you're
people,
qualified.
it's probably a base, and then you go into the real world,
Mm.
and then you get just build on that base.
But if you're in like business, then half the people I know doing business already has a job or is interested in that area. Have already worked in that area, so they've already got experience in learning how to do that. If you already have experience in that area, then what's a piece of paper going to say when, if you don't have a degree, you already know what you need to do?
Yeah, with the internet now, you can learn anything you want as well.
Whereas like health or music even, or like technically is your degree. But
Engineering.
Is engineering its own thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Engineering, like you need a degree to be able to do what you need to do because, like, it's structured, it's regimented.
Yeah.
Almost. Like, because mine, it's very standardized. You need to be able to do this, 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 and this. Whereas I'm not speaking from experience, but business almost seems like anyone, if you come up with a thing that's along the lines of business, then you can get away with it because there's no like standardized means of doing something. Whereas like health or engineering or something, then you're looking after actual people's well-being. It's like engineering, you're looking after people's houses and buildings and places of work, so they need to be structured regimentally. In health, you're looking after people's health, so they need to be like perfectly done. And music has a strict set of guidelines that you need to follow to be able to be right. Yeah.
But like, I think like your line of study would be more like, I reckon it'd make more sense to do study on that rather than mine. Like, music's not affecting in one way your jobs are. Like, if you do it wrong, then you fuck someone up bad. Whereas music, like, you don't fuck anyone up, like, personally. You can't injure them or anything. Like, the worst you can do would be, I don't know,
Break their eardrums.
Offend their eardrums.
Yeah, it's like mix a song wrong or some shit, which isn't that bad. Like,
You just learn for
Whereas
the next song.
If I fuck up, someone could die.
You can't learn
it's
for your
like
next roundabout.
Yeah.
You would have killed 3 people.
Fair point.
Triangular roundabouts. What were you thinking, George? Square, please.
Check out podcast 1 for this. There are some things you definitely need degrees for, and you can't really learn on the go or online. And then there are
things, I just believe
and
it's,
doctors,
it's just to fill in people's times, just to feel like they're doing something.
Well, that's how universities make money. They have nothing degrees where people think, oh yeah, that'll be a good degree.
Yeah.
And they get nothing out of it, but they pay shit ton of money for it.
I mean, that was like my film course. I got a thing out of that. But like the only reason I went was for connections for people, and like every like person I've talked to that's owned a film business, they just said, "How long have you been holding a camera for?" And that's like their main question.
You can lie for that though.
I mean, you could, but like if you lie, then like you're just fucking yourself over.
the skills are gonna show up as soon as you get in there.
So you just
The
learn.
lack of experience for sure.
Yeah.
You just learn through experience. But like my course was good for connections. Now I know so many people. Now I got like film buddies and shit. But I don't need paper.
Film buddies.
I
And
don't
he's,
need
got
Sounds so
and he's
wholesome
also
and
got Visionary Strider,
Oh yeah,
which you should check out on Instagram.
selfless plug.
Best account on Instagram, hands down.
That's at
and
Visionary
I am
Strider.
putting my hands down.
Well, that's the thing I hate about capitalism is that.
Segue.
Yeah.
I like it.
I forgot I had a real good point. There.
No, it was capitalism. We're moving into it.
It's gonna come back to you. And
Actually, I've got
point.
something. What you think? I got something to talk about capitalism. I talked to you boys about it. Is the cunts in Hong Kong, the rent prices. So there's for anyone that doesn't know, there's like slums in Hong Kong, because it's thought of there's like a whole sort of business thing in Hong Kong. You think of Hong Kong as being like this business place. It's like successful and things like that, but then you look all beneath it, and there's a huge problem with the slums and things like that. As because they don't tax business in Hong Kong, they sell the land of Hong Kong really, really high. So when people buy the land, they rent it out to other people at a really, really high cost. So there's this huge fucking problem with people living in slums and shit. So they live in like cage houses. It's like fucked. So capitalism is like absolutely horrible in those areas of the world. And yeah,
When I went to Hong Kong, I noticed there was a lot of buildings that just look exactly the same, like just built right next to each other, and I don't even know if they were populated or not, just in the middle of nowhere. And just all the houses, you wouldn't see a house. The houses didn't exist. They were all just apartment buildings. Yeah, people just living on top of each other, and it's not pleasant. It's just not good for any health, mental health, physical health. It's not good.
Just general well-being.
Just general well-being is
It's
just
really bad.
not good.
Did the main areas look nice?
No. Oh, sort of. I think I stayed in I don't know if I stayed in a nice area or not. I think I did. And it was like, compared to Sydney, it doesn't compare. At all.
Yeah, Sydney's like, everyone says shitney and stuff, but like, you can't get better than Sydney.
No, you can't. You really can't.
It's kind of got
We got such a
everything.
good lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Melbourne.
Just
Okay.
gonna say that.
I mean, they got good bars, I think, but I think Sydney has
They have
everything.
the same thing as Sydney, but it's actually a well-structured city, and it's actually set out nicely, and everything makes actual sense where that's set out, and you can follow it on the map without being confused as fuck. And the people are actually nicer than here because they're not immigrants.
I mean, I've never been to Melbourne, can't comment.
Wow.
Melbourne's a lot nicer than Sydney.
That was a good second episode.
Oh, what I was saying about capitalism.
Yes,
there we
tell
go.
us.
There we go.
The thing I hate about capitalism is that they don't regulate what someone charges. So universities and TAFEs and whatnot can charge you a shit ton of money for a course that means nothing. Because
Yeah.
they can charge you fucking however much they want. You can be in that much debt, like tens of thousands of dollars in debt, and your degree can lead you to fucking nothing and can help you with nothing, but you have to pay for it. I mean, if you're stupid enough to get a degree that is like that, then you fucking deserve it. But the university should be regulated to not let greed control the world, because capitalism is all about greed.
Yeah, I think schooling in Sydney is going down a really dark path. They're just pushing private schooling. The government's funding private schooling a lot more than public.
How fucked is private
It's-
schooling though?
Oh,
It's like
it's
stupidest thing.
you
Or
get-
even Catholic and stuff probably
Yeah.
falls in the same category. It's too
Yeah.
much money for
Yeah.
education.
Paying for paying for an education, like a simple education,
That's
like
fine.
not an extended education like university or anything.
Yeah.
Public schools for the win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then you get past the secondary level and you get to the tertiary level, and then you have no say in it whatsoever. The university dictates how much you
Yeah.
pay, and because the government just lets them dictate it, because they get fucking money from the government. They get money from the university, so they're fucking happy with it because they get money from it.
How much you face? I know mine's like 54 grand over 2 years. Fucking retarded.
I'm-
But you get a
I'm paying-
studio, don't you? You get all that equipment.
Yeah, I get all that, but like you look at places like I know Germany is their
Almost
university.
nothing.
It's pretty much nothing. Yeah, it's like I don't know,
Yeah, I
a
saw
small, very, very small fee.
My undergraduate degree was 24,000. My master's is 85,000.
85.
Fucked.
85.
Just for masters.
Yeah,
I think mine's
two
around
years.
50 over 5 years.
Just for 2 years.
So that's not. I don't know. That's not so
Okay,
bad.
so
Like that's 10
all-
grand a
all
year.
up I paid
Yeah.
for $105,000.
That's not so bad.
$105,000 in debt.
Probably just under 50. I think it's like 9 grand.
I
a year.
finish my master's degree in time, if I fail, then it's like 20 grand a semester for my master's.
Wait, so
know
if
that.
you don't finish it and I get the paper,
No,
How much
if
you have to
if I fail a subject, then I have to repeat a semester.
then you have to pay again? Is that how it works?
Or each
Pay per subject.
Pay per subject, and each subject for mine is $5 grand.
Fuck me. So you gotta pay for failing?
Yeah, if you fail, you have to pay for the subject again.
That's fucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking
Yeah.
shit.
If I fail one of my courses, it's 9 grand a trimester. So it's like
But
something
that's
like
if you choose to do it again. 'Cause you
two-
can't just drop out.
I think it's
Well,
like
yeah,
200,
but then
200
you
big
don't
grand.
get the
Thank you.
degree.
Yeah, that's true.
200 big grand to redo a course,
Oh my god.
which I guess isn't that bad when you do it over like 13 weeks.
Maybe
overall,
they're
but-
thinking about it as an investment. If they think this is your lifelong job and you're gonna make way more money than 200 grand.
But that I reckon
Kinda
that
makes
should be the
sense, but-
incentive.
But then they don't think of like that's as how life goes, because many people don't really follow a one-track thing.
I think the way you get into uni as well here is just
Shit.
not good. Yeah.
It should be
not
based
good.
on interviews for mine. I think universities should treat it like a job interview, because that's what university is as an investment. An
Yeah.
investment into the future life of a person, and it should be based off interviews, not how much someone scores on the test. Because the HSC is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I've never used anything I've learned in school.
Yeah.
Can I just say the last
Yeah.
2 years of my schooling degree, I reckon I've used less than 5% of the whole 100% that I learned from the last 2 years in my school.
What the most you learn is like from probably like PD. because
PD,
that's sort of in the way.
simple maths.
Yeah,
But I probably learned that in my first 4 years of high school.
yeah.
That's about it.
Because they reteach you all that shit.
Yeah.
When you do these courses.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's general. Because my first 2 years of undergraduate, I learned the maths that I learned in it was like year 8 maths I was learning. I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
this is simple. Like, don't really need to reteach you. And half the subjects I'm doing now, my master's degree, is fucking like filler. Because they have 2 years to fill, so
Yep.
they fucking create shit that you don't need to learn, but they fucking fill it.
That's a lot of my degree as
Yeah.
well. They teach you something and then they go to the next subject which teaches you like catch up
shit.
on that
Yeah.
subject
Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah.
just a bit extra
Yeah.
and they just keep doing that and push it out.
I did a whole undergraduate degree, and for an undergraduate degree, you do need to learn how to find research. I just had a fucking tutorial in my master's degree about how to find research. Like, fuck, I don't need to redo it. I did it as an undergrad.
I'm currently doing a subject that helps us find work experience and like touches up our resumes and stuff when I've already found it. So why do I have to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
It just makes no sense. And yeah, with high school, I did a lot of, I'd say, engineering subjects in year 12, year 11 and 12, and even I haven't used much. Used maybe first year of uni I used it, and then it's just different.
Well, like, I'm sorry.
The schooling system is pretty fucked with like how they teach shit to people.
Did you get my...
Like, cause I think it's our generation thing that people aren't as interested. Like, you need to be quick with what you're teaching.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah.
can't be teaching one thing for the whole lesson. Because
Yeah.
people just lose interest.
And
Need to be quick because people's attention spans are so small now.
Yeah, goldfish.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, like, going off what George said, I'm in health, and the closest thing to health that you get is PD in school, and I learned nothing from PD, and everything, and because everything that they taught you in PD, half of the shit wasn't in depth enough, so you have to go in even in more depth, and like something that arcs me up about the whole schooling system is that you need to know what you want to have a degree in and what you need to learn in by the age of 18. Who the fuck knows what they want to do by the age of 18? I certainly fucking didn't. I thought I wanted to go into physiotherapy, and I ended up, that is what I want to do. But how many other people know that? Because I have people who are 30 who have been working in business their whole life who've wanted to be a nurse. And so now they have to go through degrees now and like have to come in as mature age students, and as a young person in uni, I think down on mature age because they're all cunts. But it's a lot harder as a mature age student to come in at uni and go straight into it because you're not coming straight from school.
And it'd be harder to get a job as well because you're competing with all these young
Young
people and you
people.
have the
Youth.
same experience as them as well.
Yeah.
So
Spry
if I was a
youth.
business, I wouldn't hire a 30-year-old over a 23-year-old with the same amount of experience.
Did anyone else go through like a period where they didn't know what they wanted to do
Oh,
when they came out of high
100%.
school?
100%.
Oh, yeah,
I
18's
always
the
had an
worst.
idea.
18's the worst part.
I question, because I was in undergraduate, I went into exercise sports science straight after, and the good thing about exercise sports science is it gives you branching avenues to go in, but I fucking didn't know what I wanted to do. I just thought I wanted to be something to do with health or sport, so I mean, this is a good pathway to go. And it turned out to be right, but I was questioning myself a lot.
It's because when you're 18, everything's new, so everything's exciting, so you want to do everything.
Yeah.
Then you're indecisive about everything.
Yeah.
And then between the ages of like 18 to 21, you've got like 7 different career choices that you haven't done, but you've just thought about.
And when you're 18, alcohol's legal, so you're drinking a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
And your
especially-
decision making's not as good because you're drunk all the time.
Especially in Australia, like, you just get so... As soon as you turn 18... Oh, we turned 18.
I reckon
Oh,
18's a
fucking
perfect age.
ruthless.
Oh, mate.
It's a part of our
Drink
culture
every
to turn 18
week.
and go get smashed.
Oh,
It's Australian culture.
mate,
Yeah.
Australian culture, if you don't drink every weekend, you're a fucking flog. That's the truth of it. You're a
Except in
cunt.
quarantine, you don't want to get drunk by yourself.
No.
Hey.
But
Yeah, he does
Hey,
it. He does it a lot.
it's a good time,
that's
alright?
the thing. Once
Don't
quarantine's
knock it
over,
until you try it.
King's Grove pub again.
Oh, the kinger.
Shout out.
I think in
King's
school
Grove
as well,
pub.
they don't teach you enough about what a
Okay.
career actually is.
Yes, I agree with that. And they don't teach you enough life skills.
Yeah,
I don't know how to fucking pay a bill.
yeah.
Show me how to pay a bill. I don't know how to. My parents won't show me.
I mean, to be fair, they have auto bill on now, so I think you just turn that on.
Oh, you let the government decide what bills
Yeah.
you pay. Yeah.
Oh my
Fuck the
god.
government. Have any of you downloaded COVID Safe app?
Apparently
No.
it doesn't work.
Yes?
Does
Nope.
it not work?
No? No? Good, because they're tracking. They're
fucking
tracking
tracking
you.
you.
They're fucking tracking
That
you.
information goes to Amazon.
I don't want to
And-
waste space on my phone.
And no, they're tracking you for the law. They'll track you if you're
Well, if you leave.
if you're spending a lot of time with someone, then they know you're breaking the law. If you're spending a time with like 5 people that are not meant to be at that place, oh, you're breaking the law. And the
That's
cops will go,
fucked.
oh, sorry, we had a report.
How
Mate,
fucking
you
cheeky
checked
is
our
that?
phone.
That is cheeky.
Oh,
Like,
my,
we'll download this. Caught ya. Hey?
Gotcha!
my fucking my mum and dad are like, Tuesday night come into my room and, Ewan, have you downloaded COVID Safe? No. When are you going to? I'm not planning to. They're going to track me where I go. And then I
You
just
and the
don't
world's
feel
not a
safe doing
conspiracy.
it.
Download it.
And then like, you would download it. I'm like, no!
This isn't conspiracy talking. These are facts. You think they wouldn't track
That's such a turnaround from episode 1, George.
What?
And
You wanna
old
know?
people are easily brainwashed.
You want to know the first time
Yeah.
I believed in they're tracking us through the phone?
When?
And I think you know this, George. Is when we were talking about Fergalicious.
Yeah, no, that's well proven. If you talk about something, you're gonna get recommendations.
Oh,
on it.
yeah.
Squeeze a nipple, get a hit.
What?
Fergalicious. Yeah, right.
Inside jokes you wouldn't know because you don't come to fucking Fezzies.
Yeah, George, that could have
I've been
happened.
to every fezzy and I don't know what this
George,
is.
that could have
We were
happened.
coming to your place.
Oh, yeah, we'll walk into
Yeah.
your house, but Rocco came to my house beforehand.
Yeah.
That's when we wore the fruit shirts.
Yeah.
Ooh, client liaison.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have it on. I thought I had it on.
Did you lose that jumper?
No, it's in home. I was wearing it this
It's
morning.
in the home.
It's in the home. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's in the
just-
Google Home on the drive.
In the home, inside.
That's
Fuck-
right.
Fuck, I miss the festivals.
Oh, yes.
Oh, the fezzies.
Oh, I was
Shut
gonna.
up, you've been to one!
Yeah.
You fucking hate every other one because we say, do you want to come? And you go, no, I'm too good for that shit. So no, shut up, you don't get to talk.
I didn't say I was too good.
Speaking about Fezzies,
You just said, oh, I like the festivals when you've been to one.
Yeah, I like the one I've been to.
You don't get to talk shit about, like...
I'm not
you
talking
don't
shit.
No, but you don't get to talk about them because you've been to one.
So,
Just listen to the
I can still
artist.
fucking talk about
Just
it.
listen to the artist
you've
they
been to
recommend.
one.
I can talk about the one I've been to.
Yeah, you can talk about the one you've been to, but you can't talk about any other.
I don't talk about any others.
You do. You just talk like you've fucking been to all of them.
So?
yeah, the Fezzies.
The
It's the
Fezzies.
fucking same.
You say the Fezzy.
Mr. Fezzies.
Hey. Sit around. It's on the fucking
George
headphones,
could have.
alright?
He could have gone to the to fucking touch base with us.
Hey, talking about.
I was about to make my debut.
When it comes.
Yeah.
When it comes.
I still can't believe I wasn't going to go to that.
When's it meant to be? October,
It's
November.
No, December now.
Oh, that's right.
We tried to talk. You're like, I don't know these people.
This
And
can't. This
And
can't.
then, and then I
George.
listened to it.
George.
Mate, why do you even question us? We know what we're talking about. Why do you question us?
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
Every
I
time
mean,
you come to a.
I mean, it's because. Hold on.
Why do you come to because whenever
because-
you go to a festival,
You always talk to me
question
about
us,
it.
but
You
we're
always
right.
talk to me about it while you're drunk. How am I meant to trust you?
No, normally we send the line up in the chat when
Yeah.
we're sober.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
you go, oh no, I don't like this. And then when we're drunk, we talk about it and you go, oh shit, maybe you might be right. And then you listen to it.
End up coming.
And you go, oh
It's
shit, okay.
because you sent me the line up, said I'm like, I don't know about these people. Yeah, I won't listen to them. And therefore, I'll write my message and say no.
Yeah, and then we talk you out of it when we're drunk, and you listen to it, and you think, oh, okay, because everything sounds good when you're drunk.
Yeah.
So you go, okay, it might be good, and then you listen to it when you're sober, and you're like, okay, fuck, this is good. I better not let them know that they
See,
were
this is
right.
my life story.
Speaking
I
about drunk
kind of
things,
hate it.
let's talk about drunk moments.
Oh, here we go.
Mm. Please
Does
don't
anyone
look
have
at
a
me,
favorite
Amber.
drunk? Let's talk about George. George. We haven't seen George come out, but when he's drunk,
He sings.
he sings. He sings
He
like
sings.
he's a part of the band.
I am a part of the band.
He sings.
They're missing out by not having me
You
in
are
it.
the whole
Yeah.
band when you
Yeah.
sing. You're every
Never-
instrument.
Never seen a man sing at
Every
the
single
top of his lungs.
Someone playing the bongos far away, George is there. Someone singing the vocals over the top of those bongos, George is there.
If George can cover it, he will sing it.
Oh, mate.
I mean, we're not wrong, George.
Yeah.
What's happened to that George? I
There
haven't
was,
seen him in a
there was
while.
one time we were singing Bohemian Rhapsody and
At Harrison's and we were slamming the table.
Yeah, at Harrison's.
You
Yeah,
nearly put a hole in the table.
yeah, that was intense.
Yes.
That was the greatest singing
That
moment
was
I've had
us
in my
three in
life.
Harrison, surprisingly.
Yeah, that was.
I feel like that's every time George drinks. As soon as Bohemian
No,
Rhapsody
it's-
comes on,
It's when he,
Oh,
it's
he
when he
goes
drinks
loud
rosé.
pitch.
Oh.
He goes loud pitch and
There's
hits.
rosé there.
hits.
No, but like in Barcelona, he had rosé, and Singing George came out.
Did I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then George on the Proud didn't come out, and we had to go to the beach by ourselves. George didn't want to come
I
out.
think he had the smartest move.
so
quiet.
Yeah,
The
yeah, true.
smartest
He,
decision.
he was very smart. Remember when we went to the bar called Bar?
The bar called bar.
Remember the old people? The Asian old lady behind the bar.
was literally this big.
With sweat, and the mojito she was fucking packing like about 5 shots of tequila, bit of mint.
He didn't
Right,
get served
I was waiting at the bar.
because he's black.
alright, so we were in Spain, and down from our place,
Barcelona.
there was a whole lot of fucking bars and shit like that.
Bar called
And there was an actual place called Bar. So we went in there, and this
Didn't
place
someone invite us in?
was full of.
Nah, that was
There was like a.
No, that was another place. That was a place across.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh.
Yeah.
This is full of people that were prime suspects for Corona. If Corona walked into that bar, they'd all die, drop dead.
The youngest person other than us would have been at least 40. Like it was fucking that
Oh, yeah.
many old people.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Yeah, I think I was the youngest one in there.
I think it was full of like business people going out for after work drinks.
Not rowdy Australians. Like,
They all went to the
where the
gothic quarters.
fucking drinks, boys?
They were probably smart and were like the Italians just drinking in the park.
Oh yes.
Smart.
Oh yeah, the fucking what was that techno music? That
Yeah,
was
it was started dancing and then they called me out.
I waited at that bar for.
Good 20.
It felt like half an hour.
I was getting thirsty.
I think it was half an hour.
Yeah.
I
And
I was
felt, it
behind
felt
you
like
and I was
half an hour.
getting thirsty.
so I was behind Rakai for a good 5 to 10 minutes, and he was waiting. And then I saw people getting served at a different spot of the bar, so I was like, oh fuck this, I'll go up there see if we can get any different. So I went up there. I'm waiting for 2 minutes. Rakai was waiting for a good 15 minutes. I got served immediately.
Yeah, you guys finished your drinks.
I got served
And
immediately.
it was horrible
Oh,
drinks.
got mojitos.
That was-
I reckon there was like 5 shots of
Oh,
tequila.
yeah.
Sweaty Asian lady behind the bar. There was sweat in the mojitos. There was mint. It was one of the worst drinks I've ever had.
Because you got the tequila and gin or vodka or whatever. It wasn't just
Yeah,
start pouring it. Just tip them all out.
Just pouring them.
Just-
Just
yeah, just yeah.
go on for a few seconds. And so me and George got our drinks. We drank them. It took a good 5 to 10 minutes to drink them. 'cause
Yeah, they were pretty
rank.
lethal.
But we drank them. And Rocco still had not been served.
And I was behind him.
And then there was behind him. And,
Just let me go ahead.
and so,
I'm
so
white.
we went up to
Hey,
Rocco,
that
me and
could've
George,
worked.
and we were like, we're right to go. What are you guys doing? And so, what did you do, Rocco?
So
Here we go.
in these cocktails, they were serving oranges, sliced oranges. I don't know if they were sliced lemons. I don't think they were sliced lemons, but there was
Limes. There were sliced limes.
okay.
I
There,
think-
there,
I
were-
think
there were
it's limes.
there were sliced oranges, definitely. And because I didn't get served, in order to get something from that place, decided to pick up the whole plate of oranges, grab the oranges and put the plate back and walk out.
I got
And
one.
in
He
my
gave me
hand-
one.
They were so
Yeah.
tasty.
And in pure disrespect, I just threw the oranges on the ground when I got outside when I finished them. Just all over the
And
ground.
then we proceeded to go to a bar across the road where he got jibbed again. So
Oh, yes, yes.
the Long Islands.
That's what we went when we got a shit ton of Long Island, and then they guys didn't get much.
So-
in their Long
Was that
Island.
So
so
the-
downstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the bartender for Andrew and Rakai, she made them both made both of their Long Islands in one single metal container. And then me and Ewan went to get one Long Islands, and he made two. He put two of them in the metal
The
container,
biggest
so we got
bullshit.
double.
And they were so lethal. They were so lethal.
That guy
as
was
well.
talking about like Australia or something.
Yeah, he was talking to us while
Yeah.
he was having a good chat to us while he was going there, and then how he wanted to visit Australia and he loved Australia, and so he gave us pretty much 2 Long
He
Islands.
found us so amusing.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah.
TK'd Australians.
But while we're talking about this, let's ask Thomas about his experience of all this. Where were you, Thomas?
During this moment,
jerking off in a apartment in Barcelona because he didn't want to go out.
Wait, let's track
'Cause
back
he's a
a week.
coward.
Let's track back a week or two here.
let's
Let's
not.
track back.
Oh,
Let's just
I
rewind.
think I know what you're putting. I'm gonna pick up what you're putting
We
down.
can stay in Barcelona. We don't have to go back to Hamburg. We can stay in Barcelona.
Hamburg! Let's retract to Hamburg! Thomas's experience.
I was never in Hamburg. I never went to Hamburg. I skipped it.
You can check his passport.
I know.
The first night we went out in Hamburg.
I was never in Hamburg. This did not happen. I flew home.
A very expensive night for Thomas.
So, Reefer Barn in Hamburg. If you don't know what the Reefer Barn is, search it up. It's a red light district in Hamburg. Prostitution's legal.
It's alcohol and women.
Alcohol everywhere. You can get very cheap alcohol.
And there's a part where you have to walk behind a fence. 18 and older
Over.
for men.
Only men. Women
Only
can't
men.
work past
Yeah.
it. And there's just females behind a glass or naked.
Yeah, and they
prostitutes.
open the windows and they invite you
And they
in.
talk to you.
No, were they naked?
That's accurate.
Were they naked? Or did they have?
No,
Oh, they had some
had
clothing
different
on. They
ones.
had some
lingerie,
clothing on.
yeah,
Yeah.
lingerie.
But they open the window and go, "Hello, lovely, come on in."
You're gonna steal my money.
Yeah.
I think that was the best walk I've ever had.
Can I just say the best race we ever did was get the 39 euro prostitutes. Can I
Absolute
just say?
bargain.
Oh, absolute bargains, and they didn't try and steal my money because the pimp was very stern on that. No stealing.
When you were in the room, did you check for your wallet every so often?
No, I put it in my pants, but because I folded my pants up and I knew where my pants were. So if she ever went near my pants, because my pants were on the other side of where her shit was, so if she went near my pants, I knew that. Like if she was going near my pants, she'd try and take my wallet, so I duck up, but she never went near my pants.
Hey, what's this?
What are you fucking touching, bitch?
Yeah, well, to be honest, do it again. To be honest, the experience didn't last very long, so I didn't have to really worry.
Did you walk out straight away? Did you get them?
I got changed. I got changed straight
Did
away.
you get change?
Yeah.
God damn!
do you mean?
I thought they just take your hour, or you pay for the hour, or however many.
Oh, yeah.
Mate,
No, you just you pay for the fuck.
So you don't pay for the minutes.
No, you pay for the fuck.
Oh, okay.
You pay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you pay for the
You
fuck.
got changed.
Oh, like
So-
clothes change.
Yeah, it's not like
Oh,
coin.
money
Oh
change.
no, yeah, no.
Ah.
I mean, I got
I
changed.
knew
okay.
you understood something wrong. I was trying to figure
Money
out
Yeah,
how
I
you
was
did.
trying to think of.
what
do you mean?
Get on the street, get changed, fuckwit.
Imagine that he's walking out. All right, mate. He's 20
You
euros
don't
back.
get your clothes.
The fucking security guy just kicks
This
you
is
out.
what you get for
Get out
choosing
there, fuck,
39
get changed on the
euros.
street, cunt.
No, because I guess somehow we got here.
We were going to talk about Thomas.
Yes.
We've gone off topic.
Alright, boys.
I'll keep my story for another podcast to keep in check. It's
Special
a good
story.
story.
We'll rewind back to the first night where we went out and I had just lost my luggage that day. So
Wait, can we...
Fuck the French.
Tell a backstory though, George.
backstory is we're going from Geneva to Hamburg, and I was G'ing everyone up on the plane.
Stop over in France.
Stop over in Paris, Air France. I was G'ing everyone up on the plane. Oh, I reckon I'll lose my luggage, claim back insurance, get new clothes. So we get to Hamburg.
Fill it all with Gucci clothes.
Yeah, fill it all
Let
with
me quote
Gucci
you for
clothes. Yeah, and then so
Wait, sorry. Before you get on with this, how much did you think you were going to get back if you did lose your luggage?
at the time
Did
a
you-
few grand, but like looking back, probably nothing.
Okay.
So we get to Hamburg, we land.
Can I say, I was sitting next to him the whole plane ride to Hamburg, and all we were saying, I hope I lose my luggage, I hope I lose my luggage, I'll make money from it, I hope I lose my luggage.
I wanted to use up my travel insurance. I didn't want to pay for nothing. So we get to Hamburg. We go to the baggage claim area. Their luggages come out, and I'm just wondering, oh fuck, my luggage isn't there. That's not very good. That makes no sense. Usually comes out together.
First it was all of ours, and then you're like, okay, it'll be on the second one. The second one.
I had no
came,
hope.
and the third one came, and you're like, okay, maybe I have. lost
Yeah.
it.
After your luggage came out, I had no hope because if it didn't come out together, it all went on together, so it would have come out together.
I saw the saddest man I've ever seen in my life.
The thing is, we would have felt sorry for him. But
He was saying it the whole fucking plane ride.
Look, I didn't even feel sorry for myself.
He wouldn't shut up the whole plane ride. It
Yeah.
was just, I hope my luggage loses. I
Then
hope
he
they lose
said,
my luggage.
then he said Hamburg on the bus ride to our hostel. He said this is the worst looking country I've ever been to.
Taxi.
And then the taxi. And then on the way out of Hamburg, he said this is the best country I've been to. But
So, getting back to
I've
the
never
loss of
seen
luggage.
a man so upset.
I was pretty devastated. I had no clothes and it was really cold.
So he took all my clothes.
Yeah, I
I
wore
went
Ewan's
shopping.
jumper. Ewan's a very nice bloke. And then I took him shopping the next day. And then, so what was I up to? Oh, yeah, I went to ask the guy, do you know where my luggage is? Scans it. Oh, we can't track it. What the fuck's the point of putting trackers on the luggage if you can't find them? So they're like, all right, yeah, just fill this out and we'll get back to you if we find anything. So, I get to the place. I ended up getting my luggage back a few days later. But anyway, the first night, I have no clothes. I had to wear Ewan's jumper. So we go hit the town. Go hit the Reaper barn.
Oh, the Reaper barn.
It gets
Yeah,
rid of all your
drink away
worries.
my sorrows.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So we
when it was
get-
a Wednesday night, right?
Yeah, Champions
Yeah,
League
yeah,
was
yeah.
on PSG versus Inter.
That's when I got into soccer.
That's when I got into
That's when we all
soccer.
got into soccer. Then
Yeah.
we,
It was like,
Fuck soccer.
oh, do you remember the vodka energy bar? It was like €5, and they poured like 5 shots of vodka in your fucking drink.
Yeah,
What-
that was the first bar. we went to.
Vodka. Sorry,
Yeah.
vodka.
Not vodka, vodka.
Vodka.
Started off the night at Vodka Energy Bar or whatever it was called, but that's the drinks we got. So we had a few there, and then we were drinking Long Island's and Vodka Energy.
Oh, and then we went to a bar. The Champions League was on, and the bartender was nice to us. But then he was especially nice to Thomas. He was winking at Thomas the whole time. Gave Thomas a free drink. Pretty sure he was like,
right.
yeah, pretty sure he was hitting on Thomas. Definitely sure he was hitting
Thomas,
on
can you
Thomas.
comment on that?
No comment.
This free drink will be very important later on.
Yeah.
How many free drinks did you get?
I got 1 free drink and he gave me an extra 3 lollies. For the rest of
Oh,
the
that's
Yeah,
right.
that's
that
right.
was
That's
Lollies.
right. Lollies in the fucking
He kept
cocktails.
us putting sticks
Yeah.
of lollies in my drinks.
Yeah, it was like Thomas finished one. I finished one. I got nothing. Thomas
Yeah,
finished
yeah,
one, there was another
He did
one.
it to us like once.
And
I
then they
got
just
more
kept
than you, George.
filling Thomas's. God damn.
Yeah.
So listeners, this extra drink will come into play later.
Yes. Then, after that bar, we decided to go to a next bar. So we go to the next bar. It's a standard bar. So you walk in, the
It's like,
bar's
the
on the
other
right,
bars.
dance floors down the back. So you decided to sit up at the bar. The toilet's downstairs. So that'll come in play in the next few minutes. So we're sitting at the bar. Bartender seems friendly enough. He's talking to us, having a chat about where we've been, what we're doing, and he recommended stuff to do in Hamburg,
Very
the
nice
zoo.
guy.
He recommended the zoo, which was fantastic. Highly recommend the Hamburg Zoo if you're ever there.
Recommend the zoo.
Anyway, and he recommended the botanical gardens, which is also good. He didn't recommend that actually, not the zoo, but he recommended the botanical gardens. Botanical gardens is very good. And anyway, so we're having a few drinks, having iced Long Island iced teas. And do you wanna fill us in on what happened next, Thomas?
Actually, do you remember what happened?
Oh yeah,
I remember
do you remember what happened?
I do.
I was sitting next to him. I remember this vividly.
I don't remember exactly what happened when I was sitting next to you,
Me and Andrew
So-
caught the carnage.
but I did,
So when Thomas was sitting next to me, he just was slumped over the table. I thought he was dead. I kept pushing into him. Thomas, are you all right? Thomas, are you all right? No response. So at one point, I just left him. I don't even remember
so-
what I
oh,
did.
shit, Fred.
Can I interrupt?
Europe.
Thomas liked to sleep a lot on this journey.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yes.
He was
liked-
sleeping a lot.
He liked to go to sleep at bars, and it was very weird.
So
there's
It
quite.
was easier to sleep
yeah.
with 5 other people around me.
Yeah, we thought he was
every time we'd go out drinking, instead of getting drunk and just passing out like a normal person, he'd just feign to sleep until the point that he'd actually fall
Yeah.
asleep.
So go on, George.
Yes. So yeah, after that, I went outside, and I don't remember this part of the story. I think Thomas is
I
filling us in,
remember
or
this
whoever
part.
was
I-
inside.
I remember.
Me and Andrew can fill you in on what happened.
You don't have to.
Yeah, let's.
It's not necessary.
Oh, Thomas is okay. Thomas.
Well, nothing happened after that. I was fine. I got up. I left the bar.
There was no
I had a great conversation with George, and then I went home.
That's not how me and Andrew remember it, or how any of us remember it.
That's what happened.
I can give you the end game.
Well, I mean, first it started off with me and you, and we went for a cigarette with the bartender.
Yeah. So me, Rakai, and Andrew had a cigarette with the bartender. He was very
Cigarettes
nice.
And we were making great friends with him.
Yeah. He was even nice. Like he was giving us all these recommendations, and he was. Didn't he tell us his name and shit? And,
Oh, he
yeah.
said he loved Australia. Something about Australia.
Yeah,
Some
yeah.
connection he had.
Yeah,
Maybe
and he was showing us pictures of the Reaper barn when it gets
yeah.
real big,
Yeah,
and
it's absolutely
Everyone
fucked.
was on the
and
street.
everyone's on the street.
Because
It's
it was only a
fucked.
Wednesday, there was this many people.
Yeah. I mean, the fiend's going to get a prostitution. That's about it.
You
And then I did it on a Friday night. Please, I did it on a weekday.
Be respectful.
Please. And then Thomas decides, to just ruin all that. So, so after we have a cigarette, we me and Andrew me and Andrew need to piss. So we go down to the bathroom, and there's vomit all over the stairs down to the toilet.
It covered 4 stairs, by the
Oh
way.
yeah. It was a good. It was a good.
It covered a lot more than 4.
It was a good 2 flight of stairs full. Like you go down to the
The bottom.
no. So you go down 1 flight of stairs, and there's the ledge of like the ledge, and then you go down another flight of stairs, like it's a fucking right angle. No, sorry, like a whole 180 on downstairs. You know how stairs work. Anyway, so
I hope so.
Yeah,
So-
George, you're good at roundabouts.
yeah.
got triangle
That's how stairs work, isn't it?
I was listening. Yeah.
yes. Yeah, so it's like covers a good flight and a half of stairs, just vomit everywhere. There's just vomit everywhere, and you get down to the bottom of the stairs, and there's just a pool of vomit at the bottom of the stairs.
It was a trail, not a pool.
No, it was a good pool. There was a trail
was a
down the
trail to
stairs,
the
and then
pool. Yeah.
to the pool.
I remember a trail.
Yeah, there was a trail down the stairs, and then you see a
It was
pool
a
of vomit
puddle.
at the
It was a
puddle
puddle.
is a pool.
No.
I thought I was starting a hike
Yeah.
when I got
That's
to
it.
the start of your.
And then so me and Andrew go to piss, and then we see the bartender come down, and he knocks on the cubicle saying, "You need to pay for this." And we turn and go, "Fucking dumb cunt!" Oh, well, we're pissing, idiot who vomited all over the stairs, fucking idiot. And then we piss, and then we go to wash our hands, and then we hear a voice from the cubicle. We're like, shit, we know that voice. So then Andrew bangs on the cubicle and go, "Thomas, is that you?" And then we just hear a, "Yeah."
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
I was okay.
After that, maybe, yeah.
And then at this stage, Andrew's been taking videos of the vomit, been taking of us flexing on the vomit. And then Thomas comes out, the bartender's told he's going to pay for it. And so we go upstairs, me and Andrew, Thomas is following us. And then the bartender just goes, "You have to pay €50 to fix it."
And he fucking did.
And Thomas just gave him €50 to
Hey,
clean
I
the
gave
stairs.
him 40, Rock. I gave.
40 euros.
Fuck, I
You
gave
didn't
the
even
other
pay the
10.
full 50.
No, I gave the 10.
and then Superman came through. Here's a 10.
Can I just say that's a whole shit fuck ton of money for a clean.
Oh, you
For a fucking mop and a bucket.
that is at least 80 Australian dollars, and you don't need Australian US dollars to clean up vomit on a stair.
I would mop that
Pay
for
a
30.
Pay a nice Asian lady $10 and she'll fucking
I was
clean
a
it up.
I was a cleaner, and no, it didn't cost that much.
And no. I was a cleaner and no.
I remember
It
going
was
down and
funny
being
'cause it was
disappointed.
Because it was Thomas.
I remember going down the stairs and being disappointed when
Oh,
I
I
saw
was
it.
disappointed in myself.
I went down and
wasn't
I looked at
disappointed
it and I
George
went.
for leaving me to die, but
I
that's-
when I knew it
that's
was
another
Thomas,
topic.
I just went.
I'm just saying, when I went down, I didn't know who it was, so I was laughing at them. And then when I was pissing, and then when I was washing my hands, I'm pretty sure I saw, like, Andrew was, like, knocking on the door of the cubicle, and I'm thinking, oh, shit, it's someone we know. Oh, fuck.
Who else is Thomas?
As Thomas, oh, no. And then it just snowballed from there.
Snowed upwards.
Yeah, snowed upwards.
Was that before we went to that Christmas festival thing?
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
already saw
that wasn't the same day.
Was?
We didn't go that the first day.
Oh no, it was
No,
the day after.
so the first day we walked, you know, at the bus stop that we got off, and then we caught another bus. So the main shopping area
No, but like that other where you had the cup
at
in
the
your
Reaper
pocket.
Bar. Oh yeah, no, that I'm pretty sure that was the next day or the day
Yeah, I
after
think
that.
it was after.
Yeah, that was after that. That was a few days
I
after.
went to Hooters.
Yes.
We went to Hooters.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
The great idea.
Yes.
Hey, Hooters is great.
None of the bartenders had any tits.
No, they didn't.
We
Why
went to
did
Hooters. We went to Hooters on the Reaper Barn where prostitution is legal and strip clubs are pretty much on every corner. But we went to Hooters.
Yeah, I just wanted to see Hooters again, and they let me down. There was no tits of that.
And the reasoning behind that, Andrew, was titties when we could have gone to a titty bar.
I mean, I got to watch the soccer, so
I mean, we could have gone titty bar afterwards, but
Nah, the mood was gone.
Yeah,
gone.
it was
Ruined.
already spoiled by bad titties.
You ruined it.
It's not
but
my
then-
fault. I did
but
not
then-
anticipate bad titties.
Can I say
I anticipated good titties.
My beautiful Romanian lady made up for that a few days later.
Yeah, I'm sure
God
it
bless
did.
her.
How many times did we go to the Reef Barn? Like 3, 4?
Yeah, we went.
I think it was every
Well,
night.
so we went the first night, then we went the second night, and then
one night we
no,
didn't go.
because we got there on
You
Tuesday.
went down to
we-
old mates
no,
with
no,
the
no.
fucking good meals.
Yes, because we
Right,
went there
the steak
Tuesday.
and then-
We got there
Double
Tuesday
dinner.
night, and we went to the Reef Barn on Tuesday night. Then we went the night after, so that was Wednesday night. We didn't go Thursday night. Then we went Friday night.
We left Saturday.
Yeah, and then we left for Saturday. So we went three out of the 4 nights.
And also, for you cunts that don't know what fucking double D is,
Double dinner.
You gotta
double
try,
dinner.
You gotta try double D.
Just go to old mates at Germany. I cannot remember what the fuck his place is called.
It was a
but it's
sports bar.
Yeah, it's
Sports
some
bar.
random sports bar.
And it was the tastiest fucking peppers you will ever have. And
Oh, yeah.
the schnitties are to die for.
Yep.
The
Oh, your
schnitties are to
peppers
die
are-
for.
Someone
Really
had
good, I
pork
forgot to
knuckle
tell
and
you.
broke their tooth.
They're all
Me
I
and
didn't
George
know
had
them.
pork knuckle.
They're solid
I didn't break my tooth, but the pork knuckle was
I
hard.
chipped my tooth.
Yeah, he chipped his tooth.
I think I took a feeling out. I think he must have hit a feeling and went out. It's still like kind of rough, but I can't really feel it. So
Was it worth it though?
Yeah, it was
worth
tasty.
No, I was really scared when it happened because it hurt a lot, and like I couldn't. When Ewan gave me a taste of that the thing in the cup, that chocolate drink that you got from the markets.
Oh
that
yeah,
wine
yeah,
shit or whatever it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
It's just stung so much. I'm just like, fuck.
That shit was
fucked
so
up.
tasty.
Oh, that was nice.
Like that was fucked. Like you would drink it. I still have no idea. It's this hot drink at the markets in Hamburg. I still have no idea what it was, but it's like hot drink. I was like, you taste it, and it was like, and it like burnt, but then it was like hot, and it was like fucking. It just made you feel so good.
Made you warm inside.
Oh, it really did. It honestly made you feel like you were fucking wrapped up at home as a child, and your fucking parents kissed you on the forehead. I don't know what that.
And it was in a cool
I don't
bar.
know what that feels like, but from that drink, I did.
Oh,
Ewan's
good.
parents made love to him.
Not the love that you want.
Well, that just made it more confusing.
Parents, James and Tracy, please don't listen to this.
He's gone about.
I'm
I-
not telling them that we did made a podcast.
I sniffed a whole lot of MDMA once and I chewed my face off.
Nice.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hasn't
face
everyone,
looks intact.
hasn't
Yeah, your
everyone
face is
who's
still
done MDMA done
Ah,
that?
no, you haven't chewed your face off as much as I did. I woke up the next morning and it felt like I had a fucking hole in my gum.
Oh, that face.
Ah.
The inside face.
Yeah.
Not the outside face.
I cut my gum up so much on the inside. It's the weirdest feeling. You could feel inside the gum.
Oh, that's the worst. When you
That's
have
fucking
to
weird. That's fucking weird. But have you ever walked in on your brother having sex while you're high on MDMA?
Nope.
Rocco doesn't have a brother.
Yes, he does.
Oh, now he does.
Not my
Congrats.
fault. The brother's
He's a wee
month-
fuck machine that wee cunt.
Not my fault. The brother's 1 month old. Congrats, by the way. But yeah, anyway, I walked in my brother having sex with a lesbian while high on MDMA, not knowing what's going on,
That's an achievement.
and then continuing to fly to Dom Dollar, San Francisco. Where's my disco? Shout out to that song. That's a tune.
Oh, he's kind of he's
Let's
vibing
watch
to
that.
it right now.
did a little dance.
That was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Alright, we've done a good hour.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
been a good podcast, I think.
Yeah, we've done very well.
I think this one's a bit more chill.
Yeah. We settled into this one a bit more.
Structured, a lot more
Yeah.
structured.
Considering we had all the fucking
know what
topics
it was?
laid out in the first one, and
It's because we were drunk.
I actually forgot we
Get
were
drunk.
recording a podcast. I was just talking.
yeah,
for
so
most
much
of it.
better.
I was just talking. I talked my bot about 4 minutes worth.
What is your problem with me? Honestly, I'm gonna push your fucking head through some wall one day.
Do it.
One day.
Do it.
Ewan just wants to die.
All right,
Oh,
good
God,
podcast,
God,
guys.
alright.
Anyone want to say anything? Anyone got anything to plug?
Finger bang bang. Right
Visionary
to my-
Strider.
Visionary
Instagram.
Strider.
Visionary Striders.
I've on 69 followers.
Don't follow him.
Don't follow Visionary Strider. Follow Homies on Tour.
Oh yes.
That's HOMIES. Yeah, if you type that up, you probably
think you
get
know how to
Homies on
spell.
Tour
Yeah.
anyway. So just follow that.
Yes, follow that first.
Fuck Bill Gates.
Or just Homies of the Round Table, because that's what the podcast is.
Homies of the
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That would help.
How could I access that?
Okay.